Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 26th of June 2024. So NDX recoups recent losses amid Nvidia snapback with dollar range bound ahead of risk events. I don't know what those risk events are. We've got the US GDP out in the week and Biden debating Trump. So I don't know whether that's classed as a risk event. Mind you saying that, it probably is. Anyway, US stocks were mixed again in a reversal of fortunes for the major indices as the Nasdaq clawed back Monday's losses and Nvidia snapped its 3-day losing streak. So obviously some short covering in Nvidia. And economic news for today, new home sales from the US. Maybe that's part of these so-called risk events. Have a look through to tomorrow. We've got Bank of England Bailey speaking, final GDP. But then we've got 2 a.m. Which obviously Central Time is not Central, Eastern Time. President Biden speaks. So it's the debate with Trump due to speak, first presidential debate of 2024. Well, good luck with that, Biden. That's all I can say on that. I don't like any of the candidates, but given his problems, mental problems at the moment, it will be interesting to see the outcome of that one. Whether that's what they're alluding to here with the risk events, I don't know. But there seems to be too much economic data risk-wise, unless there's other data that is not mentioned here. Anyway, let's have a look at the markets for yesterday and kick off with the Dow. So yesterday saw the Dow move lower, trading back and closing back below the 5-bar moving average, but finding a bit of support overnight. You can see that yesterday's low, we're not near this at the moment. Well, yesterday's low here, sorry, this is Monday's low. We saw some buying coming in after the market sold off and a bit of a bounce again, short covering. Not anywhere near yesterday's low at the moment, so a bit of support coming in for the Dow there. And in the German DAX, yesterday the market lower, then recovering, and overnight prices advancing towards the upside there as well. We've got the 50 and the 20 moving averages there to actually take out. The market currently stuck in a bit of a sideways range. Classic time of the year trading this is. Yesterday we saw the market sell off and then start to move back to the upside and ignored the Dow's sell off, as it can be seen there. If we just have a look at this bar, this is at 3 p.m. after the first half an hour opening of the New York session for the cash Dow. Market finding support at the low and also the S1 and then trending back to the upside. Not too far off yesterday's high. It's likely to be a target first thing this morning. In the S&P 500, despite the Nvidia sell-off, the market continues to move up quite nicely, sideways with support there as well, just to see that prices are coming back above the 5-bar moving average as well, and the all-time high of 55.16.3 remains on the cards. Very strong market. In the 30-minute chart, didn't do an awful lot to begin with. Traded sideways, had a bit of a shakeout there later on in the afternoon. This is at 6 p.m, this bar here, and then 6:30 the market sorted itself out and moved higher. Market currently above the 200 MA, first time for a while. And also you can see there above the close as well, and things starting to look bullish for this market once more. FTSE 100 market finding resistance at that 8304. Prices starting to move higher, but closing below the 5-bar moving average yesterday, showing a bit of weakness there for this market. And yesterday, you can see that weakness there played out. 30-minute chart going through the 200 MA down to the S1 where it found support, and the market being brought back overnight as well above the close. The 200 MA and currently the DP as well. So a bit of strength there, with Bailey speaking tomorrow at midday. A US dollar up yesterday and up on the overnight there as well, with 2 green bars, so we're having an impact on the metals market. So let's have a look at those. And starting off with silver, expect 28.64 to be taken out in fine style today. It's not looking good, I'm afraid. As far as the paper market is concerned, it might be demand everywhere else in the world for solar panels, but it's not looking good with the paper sellers here still dominating the market. Even despite coming down to that low, For me, it's likely to take it out. You can see already that it's not doing very well, and all it needs to do is take that low out, and then we go through the S1, and then we make our way down to 28.50 and all the way down to $28. It's just not holding whatsoever in the gold silver ratio, which we're looking at the moment. I'll show you why. And gold looking a bit better, having still stayed above the low made here a few weeks ago when the market had a quick sell-off on the 7th of July. And then in the 30-minute chart, again, you can see the shakeout overnight, trying to bring the market back off the S1, but likely to fail here too. The gold-silver ratio is showing that this is now broken the downtrend. We had this downtrend there, and also the previous high has been broken there as well, and also this high has been broken. So this means we've got further upside potential for the gold-silver ratio, which means that we are likely to see prices moving down in the silver price. Note here, we had a high, a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and now it's changed, and now we've got a higher high and a higher high. So that's why I'm saying this is moving. We're going to send silver much lower by the looks of things, unless things turn around and the fundamentals return, or these so-called risk events have everybody running for gold and silver. But otherwise, that so-called solar panel demand at the moment is having no impact on this market whatsoever, and the shorts continue to control the price on the downside. So for me, if we just go back to the silver chart, $28 wouldn't be no big deal whatsoever, which is down at this sort of level there, down here. So let's see what happens today. It's already starting to turn, as you can see there. It's already coming back down now, having run out of steam on the upside. Right, let's have a quick look at yesterday's trades. But just before we do that, let's have a look at the Far Eastern silver price, 32.66 and 29.56. That will be priced down today to 28.50, losing $1. Be interesting to see what happens, but we're still $3-4 premiums out in the Far East, because that's the physical market, as I keep mentioning. Okay, let's have a look at yesterday's trading session. So yesterday in the pre-market, prices moving lower, and then off we go at the start. Prices showing some weakness down to the low, and then continuing down to the S1, beyond the S1, and eventually we get a potential buy signal. This is not filled, and then we get a second one which is filled, and the market then trading back up towards the low and the 50 EMA, where the market ran into trouble. If you're stuck below or tucked underneath the low, then there's a likelihood that the market will retest, which it does, and then it comes back and then goes through, and then again struggles to get through the low. Eventually it does on the third occasion, and then comes back and then finds support at this level until again we bounce off, and then start to make some progress. But come and have another look, and then we bounce off, and again we bounce off, and then we get into the New York cash Dow, which obviously sold off. That sent the market down initially, and then eventually we got back above the low once more. So that low yesterday was a real magnet at times, bringing the market back, and then on occasions prices weakening below it. We had a potential sell signal. We see the market trading sideways, failing to move lower, and that one resulting in a bit of a loss there as it traded into the evening. And finally, overnight prices moving to the upside, as we've seen already, and above the 200 MA in the 2-minute chart, and also the BRN and the close. So it's likely we get a bit of a run up to the high before the cash market opens. Right, that's it really. We're in that sort of treading water phase, I'm afraid. It's that time of year. So let's see what happens during today's session. So with that, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.